Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my favourite to film. It is the roulettepancollab and it was set up by Rebecca Morgan and Alexy. Cannot pronounce her surname, I really can't, but I will link their channels down below. I've been following Rebecca for 3 years and Alexy since she started her channel. I like them both, love them both. They're great, they're really nice, and this project is really fun. So this is the 5th project and it is the 3rd one that's been opened up to everyone. There is a list of 50 prompts and you randomly select 6 at any time. You choose a goal, you hit it, you roll something else in new. So that's just a brief, not really brief, but backstory. So let's see where we are based on all of that from the last time. So I actually have 2 empties this month, so we'll start with that. And the first one was a sparkly product and I chose the MAC pigment in the shade Vanilla. I'll insert a picture of where I was. And here is it gone. I'm going to keep this packaging because I find them very handy. I have a full size of that product and, a full size of the melon pigment. I love it. It is a white kind of pigment with a gold shift. It's actually beautiful and it does take quite a while to use, but it's lovely. So the second empty was sorry, there's someone outside again. I'm having this problem all day. So the second one was an item from a subscription box, and I mentioned the spiel about subscription boxes in Ireland on my previous video, so I'll link it somewhere. So I chose the Soap and Glory, the face mask, the sheet mask, Radiance Party Recovery Radiance Boosting Mask. White flower brightening complex with lotus flower, cherry blossom and I don't know how to pronounce that, rooibos tea extract. For dull and lackluster skin, bright and beautiful. I used this up. This is my second one using this up. You only get a go out of it. But it's really messy, right? It seeps liquidy everywhere. But it does make your skin feel really nice. It does. There's no point in lying about it. It's a mess. It's annoying. It seeps everywhere, but it is really nice. Your skin feels, and I have oily skin, so this is, you think, would not be what I want, but it makes your skin shiny, glowy, and either kind of a bit of a pregnancy glow look about you, I suppose. I've never been pregnant, but I've seen people pregnant with the pregnancy glow. It does have that kind of a, makes you look kind of youthful as well. I would get it again. The next product is a, what was it? The prompt was an eyeshadow from a palette you don't use often. And this is the Naked palette and I chose the shade Darkhorse. Hopefully I'll insert a clip there of where I was. And here is where let me just point to it. Here's where I am now. The problem with this is this was my very first higher end palette and I loved it. It was the only one I had and I used it all the time, as you can see, because half the thing is gone and I wasn't trying to pan it. That was me using it naturally. It was my favourite palette. I loved the shade Darkhorse. However, I don't know, is it because I've now been using makeup for a long time or if the palette itself is kind of expired. It skips, it's patchy, and it doesn't blend very well. I haven't tried it on as a lid shade because I generally use it to deepen up the outer corner and underneath, as I said. But it is very patchy, it skips, and I spent, I'm going to say about 3 or 4 minutes per eye blending, just blending, not adding, not anything, because I did it in work and I could not do the rest of the day with this big black punch, like just a spot of it there, and I just, no. In other news, I mentioned the last time I wish I had picked this shade because there wasn't much left in it. So I also finished this shade. It wasn't in the project, but I just said I'd mention it since I was using this. I finished off this shade as well, so that's exciting. For a product you'd only buy on sale, I chose the Miu Miu Perfume. It is beautiful, and I don't know why I'm doing this, you can't smell it, but and I'm having a shower after this. Okay, so I don't know, I should have weighed this. It is very heavy, but I think that's just the packaging. Product you only buy on sale. The reason why I said that is because I bought this with a staff discount when I worked in House of Fraser years ago. I'm very difficult when it comes to buying perfume because I have to absolutely, completely and utterly love something in order to buy it. So I would buy it again if I was like, I could afford to buy something that wasn't, I'll give you an example. There's 2 pairs of boots, a black pair and a tan pair. You want both. you'd find use out of both, but you buy the black pair because you know the black pair would go with everything. Even though you'd wear both the black and the brown, because you're going in with this amount of money, you have to go for the black pair. That's how I am with this perfume. If this is the brown pair. For a product you love, I chose the NYX Nude Beige. I have another one of these. That's why I was able to part with it for this project. I love it. I have it on today. I hope I have marked it on a piece of paper. I used it every single day of the month. No, that's a lie. I used it 6 days a week of the month, and it's absolutely beautiful and I love it. You don't need to sharpen it that much. I probably could do with sharpening it. Let me just swatch it for you. There it is there. It goes with pretty much everything. Not much to say other than it is worth the money. It's cheaper than a MAC one, and it is just as good. And lastly, a matte product. I chose the Too Faced Peach Blur. I use this as a touch-up powder during the day, and I'm using another loose powder in another project. That is my setting powder. So here's where we are now. This, like, powders generally for me go very, very quickly. This one does not go quickly. I can't get product out of here, so at the moment it's just here that has product in it. I don't think I'll finish this by the end of the month, even though I use it every day. It is a very nice powder. It does blur out the face. It does smoothen the skin. However, you have to be so careful with it because it makes your face go pink. And there's some reason I seem to have a little bit of a complex with this product. I'm not buying it again. It's such nice packaging, and it's not like when I finish this product I'll have one more item out of my collection, because I'm going to keep the packaging and reuse it because it's so handy. There's a big mirror on it, and I'll take out the little grid if I can and repress things into it. But it's just extremely expensive. When I saw how much he spent on it, my heart broke for him. So thoughtful. But like 30 something quid for a powder, it'd want to be, well, I don't know what it would want to be, but not this for 30 something quid, that's for sure. Right, we're at the point of randomly selecting 2 items. So I have printed out the prompts here, and I have my random selector thingy here. So I'm using the app Random UX, and I'm going to randomly generate 2 numbers from 1 to 50. So the first one is number 48. Have I used 48? Something you've considered decluttering, right? And number 22. Let's put the phone down. 22, a product you love. A product you love and a product you've considered decluttering. A lot of my makeup I've considered decluttering, but I'm not able to part with, hence why I find it so hard to declutter. So let's go find some stuff. Okay, so I'm back, and usually these are actually hard, but this time it was actually quite easy. So for a product I love, you've probably seen this on my channel before, it is the Tarte Blush Bazaar palette, and I got it again from Pee-wee, nicknamed Porrick, and the shade I was working on is the shade Extraordinary, and I love this. And I've told you before, if you watch my channel, that I wrote to Tarte to see if they have this shade in their collection that's not limited edition, and the answer was no, they don't. There it is there. It is a glowy, shimmery goddess of a look. It is a peach shimmer with a gold shift. There was a girl who left a comment on my channel saying that there's a blush from Sleek, can't think of the name of it now, that do a product similar, and I actually have that blush that she mentioned, and the colour is the same but the formula is different, but it's still something to scratch the itch. The NARS Orgasm could potentially be the same, and the Luminoso, I think from, who's it from? I'm going to aim to finish this, and if not, I love it, so it doesn't really matter. Now, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot by including this product, but this is a product I've considered decluttering, and I have a lot of eyeshadow already in projects, and yet here I am rolling in another one. But this is a product I genuinely consider decluttering, and I have a horrendous time in parting with stuff. I already decluttered another eyeshadow palette from this is the L'Oreal palette in La Palette Smoky. It used to say it here. It's worn off. And I already decluttered the La Palette Nude. I think that's what it's called. It looks like a dupe of the original Naked palette and I gave it to a girl in work. So here we are. Right, okay, I have used up one shade out of this and I have a little bit of a blue left. I didn't specifically choose an eyeshadow to work on. I'm going to go, anyway, we're going to try finish this. I know it only looks like a little bit, but it's so densely packed. Like so incredibly densely packed. It will take ages to use. So we're going to work on that till that one's gone. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it because it takes so long to use. But for now, the goal is to finish that little yoke-a-majig. Okay guys, so that's my update. That was intense for me. I really enjoyed it though. Thanks a million for watching and I'll see you the next time.